Hey guys, Rob here with FisH2O products, showing you how to install your FisH2O Shell Shock Livewell Treatment System. So the way that this is going to be different than your typical treatment system is you're not doing any of the adding of the product throughout the day. Once you get this thing installed, all you have to do is fill or recirc your live wells depending on the application that best suits your type of boat, and you don't have to worry about it. Your live well system is going to be treated, your fish are going to be healthier, you're going to get to weigh in, you're not going to get those dead fish penalties. So I'm going to show you guys here on this FisH20 how to install to the fill-in port on the starboard side of the live well here. We're going to look at how to install it, how easy it is, and show you guys what it's going to look like once it starts running. So stay tuned and we'll get right to it. We're going to show you guys how to install this thing to the live well pump in and just how easy it is. Again, all you have to do, thread in this 90 right here. It's a shark bite fitting that your cartridge fits up into. Once it's in there, it's not coming off. You don't have to worry about it bouncing off, running back to weigh in or anything like that. So this is how easy it is. We're going to take this valve right here. This is for your live well pump in. We're just going to unthread this right here. Take that off. Then we're going to take our 90 right here. We're going to thread it onto that same spot, like so. Take your cartridge, push it up in there where it's nice and tight, and then it's in your live well, and as the live well's filling, it's going to be treating all of that water as it's coming in. Okay, so we're going to turn on our live well here. Got water hooked up to it. And then as the water's pumping in, it's being treated. We're going to fill this thing up, and then we'll show you guys what it's going to look like once we're done. I'll show you how to install if you have a flow right valve like this. So on the previous boat in the FisH20, we hooked it up to the live well pump in. With a boat with a flow right valve, it's actually going to be better to hook it up here to the recirc. So that's what we're going to show you right now. So we're going to take this fitting off right here for our recirc. This is not a true divided live well system. It just has this little plastic divider in it, not like the Camus. Gonna take our canister, take our fitting, we're gonna screw it on here just like this. Once we're on there, we're gonna take it, pop it in, and again we're ready to go. We'll turn on our recirculator once we get our live well pumped in. And typically what we like to do is leave it on timer. You can leave it on manual for, as I said, maybe 15-20 minutes to let it treat the whole system. And then after that, you just leave it on timer and set your timer however you want. It'll kick on, treat the water, and you'll be ready to go. Won't have to think anything about it. Alright, so we showed you guys what it looked like installed in a FisH20. We also looked at a Falcon. Some of you are saying, well, my live well system doesn't look like either of those. What am I going to do with mine? Well, this is what we have here. This is an Excel Catfish Pro boat, but it uses a similar live well system as a lot of the metal boat manufacturers, as well as Phoenix, probably some others. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to install on this. It's going to come with an extra fitting, and I'll show you guys how to install this. So here is where your live well pumps in. All we're going to do is take out this valve right here, take that piece out. This is just a slip cap fitting. You don't need to put any adhesive, glue, silicone, anything like that on there. It fits on there nice and tight. If you want to, you can, but you don't have to. So we'll take that, get it shoved on there nice and tight. Then we're going to take our 90-degree shark bite fitting here. Again, just thread it back on like so. Take this, stick it in. And again, you're going to be treating your live well in no time. It's just going to run through that, treat the live well as it's pumping in, same as some of the other boats. Really simple, really easy to install. Alright, so we just installed our FisH2O Shell Shock Livewell Treatment System into this FisH20. We've got the live well filled up. You can already see it starting to develop a little bit of a blue tinge to it. That's part of the medication that's in our tablet system that's within that canister. So what we plan to do on this and what works best for these particular boats is, as we mentioned, hooking it up to the fill valve. So as the water's coming in, it's being treated. Over 20 minutes, it's going to fully treat the live well system. But what we'd like to do with this boat in particular is leave the head just just submerged in the water there. And what's going to happen is, as the day progresses, the shell is going to naturally release some of those medications and stuff into the water and treat it as we go. So what do we have in here that makes it a little bit different than some of the normal Livewell treatment systems? Well, we have a lot of all the good stuff, so electrolytes, mineral ions, but the other thing that we have in this tablet in particular is it's a medicated tablet system. So we're also going to be treating antifungal, antiparasitic, antibacterial. All of these things are going to help promote the longevity of the fish, just not getting it to weigh in, but also making sure that we increase its chance of resisting the delayed mortality that we know happens within these tournaments. So as the fish is in our care, it's being treated, as I said, the antiparasitic, antifungal things are going to just help the fish's longevity. The mineral ions that are in there, so some of the different mineral ions are actually going to release oxygen into the system, so you don't have to have an oxygenator. If you don't have one in the boat, you don't need one, because we're going to be releasing oxygen. It's going to help prevent any ammonia buildup from the fish. As they're stressed, they release ammonia. That's one of the things that can cause them to die whenever they're in the live well. So we're going to be able to fight that. We're also going to be looking at slime coat rejuvenation. Obviously, slime coat is a big thing. If we can keep the slime coat healthy, that's another thing that's going to help keep the fish healthy long term. Damage to slime coat obviously is going to give an increased risk of infection. So if we can fight that, again, we can fight those delayed mortalities. So by using this, we're going to help the fish's overall health, not just while they're in our care and at live well, but once they actually get released back to the lake. It's going to give them the best chance of survival, more so than anything else on the market.